Hi guys, and welcome back to World Cup Daily. And wow, Group B has just finished, the second group conclusion of the day. Obviously we had Group A earlier, which was nowhere near as exciting, but this has just finished. Absolutely incredible ending to both games. Just the timing of both of them made it incredible. VAR at the centre of it, loads of controversies, loads of talking points. So instead of just going through each game and like talking about them, I'm going to talk about both games sort of together and sort of go through the events. So obviously going into the games, Spain, Portugal both have 4 points. Iran 3, Morocco 0. So Morocco were out, but Spain and Portugal, they just had to win, and they had identical records going into it. So it's just who could better each other's results. If Spain bettered Portugal's result, they would qualify, and if Portugal bettered Spain's result, they would qualify in terms of like goals scored and goal difference. But obviously Iran could still go through if they managed to beat Portugal or even draw and Spain lost by 2 goals. So going into the game, Spain game, it was very, very good start. Both teams looked at it. Morocco was sitting relatively deep, but they had a very big threat on the counter. It looked very good going forward and scored an early goal. Played through in the counter. I can't remember his name, but it was the striker. He stuck it away. Good finish under the legs of De Gea. Got Morocco off to a great start, and they deserved it because they looked very good defensively and looked like they had a threat going forward. Spain, though, played some beautiful football, and a brilliant move involving Isco into Iniesta, takes it past the defender, well, just the pace. Brilliant flick back into Isco, and Isco finishes it, and that was a fantastic goal. Spain at their best. And in the first half, Portugal were very much frustrated by Iran, and I thought Iran were, not only were they very solid defensively, but again, like similarly to Morocco, they looked very good going forward. And I was impressed with Morocco in their first game. In their game against Portugal. I thought they were very unlucky. I thought they were the better team over the 90 minutes, and I thought I was very impressed with them again. I thought they equipped themselves very well. They looked very good going forward, and similarly Iran, I thought were very good against Spain defensively, but also in the second half did cause Spain a few problems, and they looked like they could do the same in this game. But right in the stroke of half-time, Quaresma 1-2, and what a goal with the outside of his right foot into the top corner. Sublime goal from Quaresma, one of the best in the tournament for me. So Portugal went in 1-0 up at half-time. As I've been saying in the last few games, they just seem to be able to get results when not playing well. They just seem to grind out results, and it looked like they were going to do that again at half-time with a brilliant performance. Sorry, not a brilliant performance, but just an ability to grind out results when not producing a brilliant performance. Spain, Morocco had another very good chance. The same striker who scored went through and goal. He tried to it was a bit of a tame effort. He didn't look great in the last few games, but obviously he took his goal well, but he hasn't looked great to me, and that's what Morocco seemed to lack, a natural number 9. But going into the second half, Spain had much more of the possession. Morocco had a brilliant shot off the bar, but Spain had a header off the line, cleared off the line, and Spain, it was not as high paced, but Spain had all the possession. They were trying to break that Morocco defence down. They weren't really doing it particularly successful. I just feel as though they've sort of been found out from the glory days of the 2008, 2010, 2012. They don't have a lot of pace, they don't have a lot of physicality. It's all about, and they don't shoot from range that often. It's all about passing it around and tiki-taka and trying to score the perfect goal. And I don't think they played to Diego Costa's strengths. Diego Costa came off eventually. He wasn't having a big enough effect on the game. They weren't playing to his strengths. They weren't getting the ball to him, getting him to turn, getting service to him, just putting balls into the box. We saw it against Portugal when they played a long ball and allowed him to sort of use his strength to shrug off, Pepe and Font and score, and then from a set piece he scored the second goal. They weren't playing to Diego Costa's strengths. His strengths aren't, tiki-taka in and around the box. It's all about his physicality, all about the way he can bully defenders, and they weren't playing to his strengths, and that was something that Spain should have done more of, because obviously he's their number 9 and he's the player who's going to get them most goals. They were just trying to score this perfect goal, and teams have worked out how to defend against that since they were successful with that, and they needed to vary their play up a bit more, go wide more, put balls into the box, just have a bit more pace. They didn't have much pace in their team. They had a lot of attacking midfielders who were coming inside, you know, the ones that were deployed as a winger, like Silva and Isco, the starting wingers, but they just came in, they were all like rotating positions. They needed a bit more incisiveness, maybe a bit more direct play. And yeah, it was 2-1, it was 1-1, sorry. Morocco scored a brilliant header to make it 2-1, and in the other game, Portugal just grinding out a result. They missed a penalty through Ronaldo, which was awarded by VAR, a slightly controversial one. I don't know. I think it was a close one. I think it was probably just a penalty, but it was debatable. It certainly wasn't clear and obvious, which is what VAR is for. And then yeah, that made it. It was still 1-0 to Portugal, and then in the 90th minute, Spain were trying to come back against Morocco, 2-1. They get a corner, ball's delivered, I think it's cleared, it's come back in, Iago Aspas flicks it into the back of the net. The ref originally calls it for offside, and whilst he's sort of, you know, the Spain players complain and he decides to take it to VAR, whilst he's looking at VAR, Portugal, who were going through the top of the group because they were winning as Spain were losing 2-1, and all it would take was Iran to score and Morocco to score another for Spain to actually be knocked out and Iran to go through. Whilst that was happening, Iran had one of the Iranian players handballed it against a Portuguese player, I can't remember who it was, inside the box. The ref deliberated whether to give it a penalty, went to VAR. This ref checked VAR about 10 times in this game. Like one just before to see if he should send off Ronaldo. He checks VAR. For me, it's not a penalty. It's not deliberate handball. I don't know what the rules are, but he should know, is that a penalty, is it not? He deemed it a penalty. Whilst he was checking that, over in the Spain-Morocco game, the goal was given to Iago Aspas, so he equalised, which meant Spain went on to 5 points, which meant Iran would need to win to, they wouldn't need to just score, they would need to win to go through. But obviously they got the penalty, they scored the penalty just after Iago Aspas' goal had been awarded. So that was 1-1. So at that point, Spain were now top of the group because they just on goals scored, they scored 2, and as I said earlier, they just needed to better Morocco's result. Sorry, they just needed to better Portuguese result in terms of like goals scored, and they scored more goals. They were going top of goals scored after it looked like they had no chance, and the 2-1 down and Portugal 1-0 up. And then Iran had a huge chance just after they'd scored the goal, ball up to the top, headed on, and he's got a score. He hits it into the side netting, but he's sort of got to dink it. It's got to be a cheeky finish over the keeper. And he didn't take it. And the scenes, if that had gone in, I mean, Portugal would have been out and Iran would have won the group. But also just the controversy, because obviously I don't think it was a penalty. In the end, it has cost Portugal a bit, in that they haven't won the group, and now they've got a harder tie against Uruguay, which I spoke about earlier in the earlier video. And yeah, they have to play Uruguay now, but it could have been a lot worse. It could have been out if that player had taken his chance. So incredible scenes in these two games, an incredible end. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there because it's getting a bit long now, but what an end to the game. I mean, it's just, what an end to both games, sorry. I was watching both games at the same time, and just when they both happened, it was amazing. I'll see you in the next video. If you want to see a full talk about VAR, I'm going to do a podcast on it. If you haven't seen my podcast, I've done 2 podcasts so far. I'm going to be doing another podcast with somebody about, well, VAR will be a topic of discussion in it. So if you want to see that, then check it out when it comes out, and I'll see you in the next one.
Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even if I tried, my love, my love, my love, she keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm.